Meet this incredible man who is already 62 years old. And his name is Tyree Howard. If you were asked to guess his age, you would most likely be mistaken by at least 20 years. He looks like time has just stopped working on him. But the most amazing thing about this story is not his appearance. The real secret lies in the lifestyle and several habits that are available to almost everyone. In this video, we'll take a closer look at what exactly helps Tyree stay young, healthy, and fit despite her age. And you can implement some principles in your life today. Therefore, watch this video to the end. It will be interesting and useful. So, let's get started. Tyree's most important principle is discipline. It's discipline, not motivation. Many people make the same mistake. They only start taking care of themselves when they get inspired, but inspiration comes and goes. Today there is a desire to train. Tomorrow it is gone. Discipline works completely differently. It allows you to perform the necessary actions regardless of your mood. It is the repetition of healthy habits day after day that creates the result that becomes noticeable to others over the years. It's very helpful to stop thinking in terms of the perfect week. No need to wait for Monday, new month, or new year. You can start today with a short walk, 10 squats, or 5 minutes of light warm-up. It is small actions performed hundreds of times in a row that shape health much more than rare bursts of activity. The body likes consistency. Another principle of Tyree Howard is that movement should be a natural part of life. He has been actively involved in sports for many years. But what's especially interesting is that most of his workouts don't take place in expensive fitness clubs, but outdoors. Horizontal bars, uneven bars, bodyweight squats, push-ups, coordination, and endurance exercises. These turn out to be more than enough to maintain excellent physical fitness. This approach has several advantages at once. First of all, training becomes available to everyone. You don't need expensive equipment or a subscription. Secondly, body weight exercises involve multiple muscles at once. This develops not only strength, but also balance, joint stability, and overall body functionality. It is this kind of physical training that helps maintain independence and mobility in adulthood. Tyree pays special attention to outdoor training. This is not an accident. When a person works out on the street, the body gets several benefits at once. Fresh air contributes to better oxygenation of the blood. Sunlight helps the body produce vitamin D, which plays an important role in bone health, the immune system, and muscle function. In addition, being in nature helps to reduce the level of chronic stress, which is considered one of the main accelerators of aging. Even if there is no sports ground nearby, you can use the surrounding space. Climbing stairs, walking at a brisk pace, exercising in the yard or in the nearest park can put a serious strain on the body. The main thing is regularity. It is not necessary to study for 2 hours. Sometimes 30 or 40 minutes of high-quality activity are much more beneficial than the occasional grueling workout. Another interesting habit Tyree has is that he often trains with headphones playing motivational music. At first glance, it seems that this is a small thing, but in fact, music can significantly affect a person's performance. A well-chosen rhythm helps to perform exercises more intensively, reduces the subjective feeling of fatigue, and helps to maintain concentration. You can use this technique in your own life. Create a separate playlist exclusively for training. Let the brain gradually begin to associate these compositions with physical activity. Over time, it will be enough to turn on familiar music to make it easier for the body to switch to working mode. This psychological technique helps to significantly reduce the likelihood of skipping workouts. The absence of bad habits deserves special attention. Tyree doesn't use anything that gradually destroys the body. And here it is important to understand one thing. Aging rarely occurs abruptly. Most often it consists of thousands of small daily decisions. Every cigarette, regular alcohol abuse, chronic lack of sleep, or constant overeating gradually accumulate consequences. On the contrary, every beneficial action also works as an investment in future health. If you give up at least one bad habit today, you can feel real changes in a few months. The quality of sleep improves, more energy appears, physical exertion is easier, blood pressure is normalized, and the condition of the skin and blood vessels improves. The body has an amazing ability to recover if you stop constantly interfering with it. It is also useful to change the attitude towards age. Many people convince themselves in advance that after 50 or 60, the body inevitably begins to weaken rapidly. Of course, there are age-related changes, but the speed of these changes largely depends on the person himself. Our body is constantly adapting to the demands that we place on it. If the muscles get stressed, they last longer. If the heart regularly works in the aerobic zone, it remains stronger. If the brain gets new tasks, it continues to create new neural connections. Tyree Howard's story once again proves a very important point. Youth is not just a number in a passport. This is the ability to move without pain, maintain interest in life, have the strength to do what you love, and feel confident in your own body. And such a result rarely appears by chance. It consists of thousands of ordinary days when a person makes the right choice. If you try to highlight Tyree's main secrets, they will turn out to be surprisingly simple. Discipline instead of waiting for inspiration, constant movement, regular weight training, outdoor activities, the absence of bad habits, the ability to use music to maintain the mood, and the desire to build a system of habits that can be maintained for many years. The most valuable thing about this story is that none of these principles require a lot of money or special conditions. They are available to almost everyone. The only question is whether we are ready to start using them, not tomorrow, but today. Because health doesn't appear in 1 week. It is being created every new day. And perhaps it is the small decision that you make after watching this video 10 or 20 years from now that will cause others to wonder at your age and ask, what is your secret to youth? True youth is measured not by the number of years you have lived, but by energy, inner strength, curiosity, and attitude to life. Therefore, age is just a number in the passport, and what kind of person we remain depends only on us. Friends, what do you think of this man? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video that's currently appearing on your screen.